Each year, New Zealand produces over 365 million pounds of wool, making it one of the world's leading suppliers of high-quality wool. On the vast, endless grazing fields of New Zealand, sheep are raised in an ideal natural environment with a temperate climate and abundant vegetation. Thanks to these favorable living conditions, their wool is not only soft and durable, but also of exceptional quality, making it a highly sought-after material in the global fashion and textile industries. Beyond wool production, millions of sheep from New Zealand are exported to the United States each year to meet the growing demand for lamb. Each year, New Zealand produces over 365 million pounds of wool, making it one of the world's leading suppliers of high-quality wool. On the vast, endless grazing fields of New Zealand, sheep are raised in an ideal natural environment with a temperate climate and abundant vegetation. Thanks to these favorable living conditions, their wool is not only soft and durable, but also of exceptional quality, making it a highly sought-after material in the global fashion and textile industries. Beyond wool production, millions of sheep from New Zealand are exported to the United States each year to meet the growing demand for lamb. With over 300 million pounds of lamb consumed annually, the U.S. stands as one of the largest markets for New Zealand's sheep farming industry. Green agriculture technology, the journey of harvesting and processing New Zealand wool. Have you ever wondered how those soft woolen clothes that gently embrace our skin are made? They are like warm clouds drifting across the sky, carrying the breath of nature and the skilled hands of artisans. In New Zealand, sheep are primarily raised in natural grazing systems on vast pastures, where sustainable management practices are applied to maintain abundant feed sources. Pastures are rotated efficiently to allow vegetation to regenerate, providing nutrient-rich grasses such as clover and alfalfa. Clean water from rivers, streams, and ponds is always available, ensuring the health and growth of the sheep. Additionally, the barn system plays an essential role in protecting sheep from harsh weather conditions and providing necessary care when needed. The barns are built on high ground, designed to be cool in summer and warm in winter. Ventilation systems and straw bedding help maintain a clean environment. The barns are divided into specialized areas, including sections for ewes and lambs, a care unit for sick sheep, and feeding areas, optimizing the rearing process. Although New Zealand does not have many dangerous predators, animals such as wild dogs and possums can pose a threat to sheep, especially lambs. Therefore, farms often have protective fencing or sheepdogs to ensure the safety of the flock. Sheep farmers in New Zealand carefully select breeds with good health, clear lineage, and suitability for production purposes. After selecting the appropriate breed, natural breeding methods are commonly used, where healthy rams are released among the ewes during the breeding season. Artificial insemination is also utilized to control breed quality and enhance productivity. During pregnancy, ewes typically undergo ultrasound scanning between 40 and 90 days after mating to determine the number of fetuses, detect false pregnancies, or identify weak fetuses. Ultrasound results help adjust nutrition plans accordingly, especially for ewes carrying multiple lambs, who require additional nutrients. Additionally, ultrasound aids in identifying non-pregnant ewes, optimizing herd management, and improving farming efficiency. About 2 to 3 weeks before birth, pregnant ewes are moved to a separate, clean, and warm area to reduce risks. After birth, lambs must consume colostrum within the first 6 hours to boost immunity, and they are closely monitored to ensure healthy development. If the ewe lacks milk or rejects the lamb, farmers provide alternative milk to prevent malnutrition. During the first few weeks after birth, lambs require special care to ensure healthy growth. In addition to the mother's milk, lambs begin to consume fresh grass and supplementary feed at around 2 to 3 weeks of age to support digestive system development. By 8 to 12 weeks, they are fully weaned and transition to a natural diet. During this stage, farmers implement disease prevention measures such as vaccinations, deworming, and identification marking for efficient flock management. After weaning, lambs are placed on a suitable diet and care regimen to ensure stable growth. They graze on nutrient-rich pastures supplemented with minerals and vitamins to support bone development and immune function. Sheep raised for meat go through a specialized fattening phase to ensure tender, flavorful meat with moderate fat content and rich nutritional value. When they reach the standard weight of 90 to 130 pounds, they are transported to modern slaughter facilities. After completing the health check, the sheep are transported by specialized trucks to the airport. These trucks are equipped with automatic ventilation systems, non-slip flooring, and secure cage restraints to prevent jostling during transit. The sheep undergo a final inspection and are loaded into cages to ensure balanced weight distribution. With temperature, humidity, and water supply adjustments as needed to maintain the sheep's health. Here they undergo an acclimatization period to adapt to the new environment before being distributed to farms or breeding centers. The shearing process takes place once or twice a year, usually in spring or early summer, to prevent the sheep from getting cold. Under the skilled hands of experienced shearers, the sheep shearing process is carried out quickly and precisely with the assistance of specialized electric clippers. The shearer starts from the belly, where the wool is thinnest and of lower quality, before moving to the legs, back, and finally the neck. This sequence not only optimizes time, but also ensures that the harvested wool remains as intact as possible. The clippers used are typically electric shears with sharp blades designed to glide smoothly over the skin without causing harm to the sheep. Thanks to their expertise and years of experience, a skilled shearer can complete the shearing process in just 2 to 5 minutes. This efficiency helps minimize stress for the sheep and reduces friction that could affect the quality of the wool.
This one here. This side. Adjust the pizzle hole. And then up here, pull that out over his jowls. Put it around behind his ears. Make sure his ears are out.
During the shearing process, experts can also assess the overall health of the sheep by examining their skin condition. A thick, shiny coat indicates good health, whereas abnormalities such as dandruff or parasites may signal underlying issues that need attention.
Right, lift and skirt.
Sheep shearing is not merely a wool harvesting activity. It requires precision, scientific understanding, and high-level expertise to ensure optimal benefits for both the sheep and the wool industry.
Hook in the centre. Belly out. Right, lift and skirt.
After being harvested, the wool is kept intact in large fleece sheets rather than being mixed, making it easier to classify. This classification is based on three main criteria: fiber length, fineness, and cleanliness. Long, soft, and impurity-free fibers are selected for high-quality wool production, primarily used in the luxury fashion industry. In contrast, coarser or more contaminated wool is processed for industrial applications, such as carpet manufacturing, technical textiles, or insulation materials. Humane slaughtering techniques are employed using advanced technology to ensure a quick process, minimizing stress on the animals while maintaining optimal meat quality. The sheep meat is then thoroughly cleaned to remove wool, blood, and any remaining impurities. It is then processed through fat trimming lines and categorized into different cuts. Premium cuts such as lamb racks, tenderloins, and legs are vacuum sealed or frozen at 0 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure freshness. Finally, the lamb meat is distributed to supermarkets, high-end restaurants, or exported to major markets. It can be prepared into various delicious dishes, such as grilled lamb chops, roasted lamb legs, lamb curry, lamb hot pot, or kebabs. Its distinctive flavor and versatile cooking methods make lamb a popular ingredient in European, Middle Eastern, and Asian cuisines. From the lush green pastures of New Zealand to the modern farms of the United States, sheep farming and harvesting processes are increasingly optimized to ensure the highest quality. We hope this video has given you some fascinating insights into these gentle animals. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more exciting content. See you in the next video. Each year, New Zealand produces millions of liters of goat milk and hundreds of thousands of pounds of goat meat, making it one of the world's leading suppliers of premium goat-derived products. Across vast, lush farms stretching from plains to rolling hills, New Zealand's goats are raised in an ideal natural environment with a mild climate, fertile soil, and clean, nutritious forage. These favorable living conditions help goats grow strong and healthy, producing rich, flavorful milk and high-quality meat that is highly valued by culinary experts. In addition to milk and meat, New Zealand is also a pioneer in the production of goat milk-based products such as cheese, powdered milk, and natural cosmetics. With exceptional quality, the goat farming industry continues to strengthen its role in New Zealand's modern agricultural landscape. Green agriculture technology, the journey of New Zealand goats from the farm to the world. Have you ever wondered why goat products from New Zealand are winning the hearts of consumers worldwide? Let's explore the modern, well-organized, and passionate goat farming process in this country, renowned for its clean and sustainable agriculture. In New Zealand, farms also invest in building modern barn systems to ensure the best living conditions for goats at night or during bad weather. The barns are designed to be well ventilated, clean, and dry, with bedding materials like straw or sawdust to provide warmth and ease of cleaning. Many facilities even integrate temperature sensors and automated ventilation systems to optimally control the barn environment. Depending on the production purpose, breed selection and reproductive management play a crucial role in goat farming in New Zealand. Female goats are carefully monitored throughout their reproductive cycles and are bred at the optimal time to maximize efficiency. Artificial insemination, AI, is now widely applied as an advanced solution for genetic selection. In vitro fertilization, IVF, techniques used for goats, sperm is collected from genetically selected bucks and processed in a laboratory to ensure the highest quality. After a few days of development, the embryos are selected and transferred into the uterus of a female goat or a surrogate to initiate a natural pregnancy process. After successful breeding, female goats enter a gestation period lasting around 150 days. During pregnancy, they are closely monitored and undergo regular ultrasounds to check their health and fetal development. Their diet is carefully adjusted to enhance nutrition, providing adequate minerals, vitamins, and energy needed for both the mother and the growing fetus. As the due date approaches, female goats often show clear signs such as restlessness, frequent vocalizing, reduced appetite, and swollen udders. At this stage, they are moved to a separate birthing area that is clean, quiet, and warm to ensure a safe delivery process. Labor typically lasts from a few hours to half a day, depending on the condition of the mother and the number of kids. Goats usually give birth to 1 to 3 kids, with twins being the most common. After birth, the mother goat licks her kids to stimulate breathing and circulation.
Make sure he's breathing.
Farmers assist by drying the kids to keep them warm and guiding them to nurse as soon as possible to absorb antibodies from the colostrum. If the mother has insufficient milk or rejects her young, farmers will use milk replacers to ensure the kids receive adequate nutrition. In the first few weeks after birth, baby goats are closely monitored for their weight, activity levels, and ability to nurse. Farms in New Zealand typically follow a regular vaccination and deworming schedule to prevent diseases, especially common conditions like diarrhea, pneumonia, and intestinal parasites.
Front leg where the skin is loose. This is a subcutaneous shot. Ooh. Might need some more. Okay, you're gonna have.
After weaning, young goats enter a rapid growth phase. Once they reach maturity or the target weight, harvesting of products is carried out in a systematic, scientific, and humane manner. For dairy goats, milking is typically done once or twice a day, depending on the breed and lactation stage. Farms use automated milking systems that ensure a gentle, hygienic process without causing harm to the goats. Each goat's milk output and health are regularly monitored using modern management software. Immediately after milking, the milk is rapidly chilled to the appropriate temperature and transported to processing plants in a short time to preserve its freshness, nutritional content, and original flavor. Goat milk from New Zealand is commonly used to produce premium products such as fresh milk, powdered milk, cheese, and yogurt that meet strict international quality standards. Fresh milk, after undergoing gentle pasteurization, is inoculated with beneficial bacteria and cultures to begin natural fermentation. Once the milk curdles, it is cut into small pieces, gently stirred, and heated to separate the whey. The curds are then pressed into molds, salted and drained. Fresh cheese can be consumed after just a few days, while aged cheese is matured in cool rooms for several weeks to months to develop its flavor. Finally, the cheese is packaged and distributed to the market. In addition to supplying milk, goats are also raised to meet food demand. Goat meat processing takes place in licensed facilities that strictly comply with food hygiene and animal care standards. Every step of the process is conducted in accordance with current legal regulations and is closely monitored to ensure humane practices and product quality. After initial processing, the meat is sorted, cleaned, chilled, and packaged using advanced technologies such as vacuum sealing or modified atmosphere packaging. This helps preserve its freshness for longer and ensures it remains safe for consumers. Finally, once properly processed and packaged, the goat meat is distributed to supermarkets, high-end restaurants, or exported to various international markets. With its distinctive flavor, tenderness, and high nutritional value, goat meat is favored in many cuisines around the world. Each year, New Zealand produces over 26 million pounds of venison, with more than 80% exported to Europe and North America, solidifying its position as one of the world's leading producers of high-quality venison. Not only is venison nutritious, but it is also low in fat while being rich in protein, iron, and omega-3, promoting heart health and muscle development. Thanks to these benefits, venison has become an ideal choice for those seeking a healthy diet without compromising on essential nutrients. Additionally, deer antler velvet is a highly valuable product, especially in traditional medicine. It is primarily exported for use in the pharmaceutical and health supplement industries, meeting the demand of major global markets. Green agriculture technology, exploring the journey of deer farming from farm to premium products. What makes deer one of the most commonly farmed animals in New Zealand? How does deer farming differ from other livestock industries? Deer were introduced to New Zealand around the 19th century, primarily from Europe, especially the red deer species. Initially, they were released into the wild for hunting purposes. By the 1970s, awareness of the economic value of venison in deer antler velvet spurred the rapid development of the deer farming industry. Deer in New Zealand are mainly raised in large farms following a free-range model. These farms usually have vast areas with secure fencing to ensure safety and prevent intrusion by wild animals. The deer are allowed to roam freely on pastures, enabling natural growth with abundant food sources. Additionally, farm facilities are kept clean and dry, with adequate shelter to provide warmth in winter and ventilation in summer. This helps minimize the risk of respiratory or digestive diseases, ensuring that the deer thrive in optimal conditions. In New Zealand, deer are selectively bred to ensure high productivity and superior quality meat and antler velvet. Male deer must be robust, while females should have strong reproductive capabilities. Furthermore, genetic analysis technology is applied to optimize hereditary traits, helping the herd develop in a stable and sustainable manner. The mating process takes place from March to May, when the weather is cooler. During this time, male deer compete for the right to mate with females. In controlled farming conditions, breeders can use natural mating or artificial insemination methods to optimize the reproduction process. After a gestation period of about 6 to 7 months, female deer usually find a quiet place to give birth. Immediately after birth, the mother licks the newborn to stimulate blood circulation and help it quickly adapt to the environment. Farmers closely monitor the newborns to ensure they grow healthily. In the first week, fawns primarily rely on their mother's milk for essential nutrients. If the mother lacks sufficient milk, farmers supplement with milk replacers to ensure uniform growth. After about a week, fawns start to familiarize themselves with roughage, such as young grass, soft leaves, and nutrient-rich supplementary feeds. As the fawns grow, their diet is adjusted to match that of adult deer, including fresh grass, leaves, roots, and protein and mineral-rich processed feeds to enhance health and improve meat and antler quality. Throughout this period, clean water must be supplied adequately to support digestion and metabolism effectively. The antler growth cycle occurs once a year, usually in spring or early summer, when favorable weather conditions and abundant food supplies support strong deer development. The antler growth process follows an annual cycle and is influenced by the deer's growth hormones. After the old antlers are harvested or naturally shed, the cartilage tissues at the antler base begin to grow, stimulating the formation of new antlers. During the first 45 to 60 days, antlers grow rapidly at an average rate of about 0.4 to 0.8 inches per day, depending on the deer breed, age, and nutritional intake. After harvesting, deer antlers are immediately cleaned and preserved to maintain their quality. Depending on the intended use, the antlers may be rapidly frozen at temperatures ranging from 0 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit, or dried to extend their shelf life. For meat production, red deer undergo a comprehensive health inspection to ensure they meet standards for weight, age, and overall condition, typically ranging from 250 to 350 pounds, with a rearing period of approximately 18 to 24 months. They are then transported to processing facilities where humane slaughtering methods are employed to minimize stress and preserve meat quality. First, the hide is carefully removed using specialized knives to ensure that the meat quality remains intact. This process requires precision to preserve the protective fat layer underneath, which helps retain moisture and enhance the meat's flavor. After skinning, the internal organs are extracted and sorted. Nutrient-rich parts such as the liver, heart, and kidneys are retained for separate processing, while other parts are handled according to food safety regulations. Next, the venison is divided into primary cuts such as tenderloin, shoulder, haunch, and ribs. The tenderloin is the most prized cut, tender and lean, often used in premium dishes. The shoulder contains more connective tissue, making it ideal for slow cooking or ground meat. The haunch is firm and protein-rich, suitable for making sausages or jerky. Deer ribs have soft bones and a generous amount of meat, typically marinated for grilling or stewing. Depending on its intended use, the meat can be sliced, ground into sausage, or processed into products like smoked meat, canned venison, or jerky. Fresh meat is stored at appropriate temperatures and transported quickly, while frozen meat is maintained at around 0 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure long-term quality preservation. Processed venison products are carefully packaged and distributed through channels such as supermarkets, restaurants, food stores, or for export. Strict processing and transportation protocols ensure that venison consistently meets high-quality standards, catering to both domestic and international markets. U.S. beef stands out as a symbol of premium quality and exceptional flavor. With a strict grading system, beef is categorized into distinct grades, ensuring that every cut reaching consumers meets the highest standards. In 2020, the United States consumed approximately 13.8 million tons of beef, accounting for 21% of global consumption. Solidifying its leading position in the global beef industry. Join us on the fascinating journey of beef before it becomes a beloved dish enjoyed by many. Green agriculture technology, the impressive journey of millions of tons of beef. Before becoming a premium ingredient for exquisite dishes, beef must undergo a strict processing procedure to to ensure its quality and perfect flavor. The carcass is thoroughly cleaned, with the skin, hair, and internal organs removed, while unusable parts are processed separately to optimize resources. Next, the meat is washed and transferred to the cutting stage, where skilled butchers or modern machinery divide it into standard portions. From large cuts to smaller pieces, suited for various uses. After classification, the meat is rapidly cooled to a temperature of 0 to 4 degrees Celsius to prevent bacterial growth and maintain freshness. Each stage is strictly controlled to ensure that the meat is not only of high quality, but also absolutely safe, providing consumers with the freshest products. After initial processing, the beef is transported to processing plants, where it is transformed into a variety of products to meet market demand. Corned beef is a beloved dish, appearing in classic sandwiches or pairing perfectly with cabbage. With its rich and distinctive flavor, making it a popular choice. Corned beef is processed into various forms, the most common being sliced meat, often used in sandwiches or served with eggs, and mincemeat, suitable for dishes like corned beef hash or canned for convenient storage and use. The process begins with the selection of beef, typically brisket or round cuts, which have an ideal texture for curing. When the meat arrives at the factory, it is thoroughly inspected, cleaned, and trimmed to remove excess fat or unwanted connective tissue. The meat is then divided into appropriately sized portions, ready for the curing process, which creates the distinctive flavor of corned beef. Curing is a preservation method using salt, which not only extends shelf life, but also enhances the color and unique taste of the meat. The beef is soaked in a special brine solution containing salt, nitrates to retain color, and spices such as mustard seeds, black pepper, bay leaves, and cloves. The curing time can range from a few days to a week. To ensure even flavor distribution, some manufacturers use injection techniques to directly introduce the brine into the meat. Once the curing process is complete, the meat is washed to remove excess salt and spices. At this stage, the meat becomes firm, develops its characteristic pink color, and is ready for cooking. Corned beef is typically slow-cooked in steam ovens or large boilers for several hours, ensuring tenderness while preserving its rich flavor. Corned beef can be vacuum sealed in airtight plastic packaging or canned for long-term storage without refrigeration. These products undergo strict hygiene and quality control before being distributed to stores worldwide. Not only corned beef, but many other types of meat also undergo elaborate processing to create distinctive products. One of these is salami, a famous dry sausage known for its rich flavor and unique texture. The process begins with selecting high-quality pork or beef, which is then finely ground and mixed with salt, garlic, black pepper, wine, and other signature spices. This mixture is stuffed into natural or synthetic casings and then undergoes fermentation to develop its characteristic taste. After fermentation, the salami is dried under strictly controlled temperature and humidity conditions for weeks or even months, allowing it to develop a firm texture and deep, rich flavors. Some varieties are lightly smoked or coated with natural mold to enhance the aroma. Once perfected, salami is ready to be sliced and enjoyed, a delicacy steeped in tradition and refined over time. From fresh beef cuts, the sausage-making process begins with a delicate balance of modern techniques and traditional recipes. The beef is finely ground together with animal fat to add richness and bind the mixture. This blend is then thoroughly mixed with salt, spices, and food additives to improve texture and extend shelf life. Once achieving a smooth and consistent texture, the meat mixture is stuffed into sausage casings, either natural casings made from animal intestines or artificial collagen casings. Next, the sausages are either smoked or steam cooked, depending on the product requirements. This step not only preserves the sausages, but also enhances their distinctive flavor. Finally, the sausages are rapidly cooled, vacuum sealed, or frozen to retain their freshness before being distributed to the market. More than 1.5 million crocodiles are being commercially farmed worldwide, from massive ranches to secretive sanctuaries. In the wild, these hunting machines have existed for 200 million years, surviving the dinosaur era and continuing to dominate river ecosystems. But behind their rugged skin and piercing gaze lies a multi-billion-dollar industry where each crocodile hide can sell for thousands of dollars, and a fully grown adult can reach over 20 feet in length and weigh up to 2,000 pounds. So what makes this reptile one of the most powerful and expensive symbols on the planet? Join us as we uncover the truth. Green agriculture technology, the journey into crocodiles and the billion-dollar empire. Crocodiles are farmed worldwide, from small-scale farms to modern breeding facilities. This industry not only meets the massive demand for crocodile leather and meat, but also faces challenges in environmental management and conservation. How can the crocodile farming industry maintain high production while ensuring efficiency and sustainability? Powerful bite force, and impressive speed, maintaining their position as apex predators. Additionally, they dominate the luxury market, where each crocodile's skin can be sold at extremely high prices, contributing to an industry valued at up to $9 billion annually. Crocodile eggs play a crucial role in maintaining and expanding farm populations. Female crocodiles typically choose secluded areas near water sources to dig nests, covering them with layers of decaying vegetation or thick sand, which naturally regulate the temperature for the eggs. Once laid, the eggs are collected and transferred to specialized incubation facilities, where the temperature is maintained between 84 degrees Fahrenheit and 93 degrees Fahrenheit, with tightly controlled humidity to optimize hatching rates.
Siap.
Interestingly, the sex of the hatchlings is determined by incubation temperature. Lower temperatures generally produce more females, while higher temperatures result in more males. After approximately 65 to 90 days, the first crocodile hatchlings break out of their shells. Remarkably, baby crocodiles can produce sounds from within the eggs to signal their mother, helping them hatch and move safely to the water. At birth, crocodile hatchlings measure around 8 to 12 inches and have distinctive yellow stripes on a dark background, providing natural camouflage in the wild. After hatching, the young crocodiles are raised in clean water environments with ample space. They are fed a protein-rich diet, primarily consisting of fish, meat, and formulated feed to promote optimal growth. Although crocodile hatchlings possess innate hunting instincts from an early age, they remain highly vulnerable. Farms typically categorize them by size to prevent competition and attacks among individuals. Their health, water temperature, and nutrition are closely monitored to ensure even development. After about 1 to 3 years, when they reach a length of 4 to 6 feet, crocodiles are classified based on their intended purpose. Some healthy individuals are retained for breeding, helping expand the population, especially those with desirable genetic traits, such as fast growth rates, smooth skin, and minimal defects. Crocodiles not selected for breeding are commercialized in various ways. Their high-value leather is processed in specialized facilities to meet the demands of the luxury fashion industry. Meanwhile, some farms export live crocodiles to wildlife reserves or zoos for educational and research purposes. Every farm adheres to international wildlife protection regulations. Strict control over the commercial supply of crocodiles not only prevents illegal poaching, but also ensures the industry's sustainability, balancing economic benefits with natural conservation. Once reaching the standard size, crocodiles are transported from farms to licensed processing facilities, where handling procedures strictly comply with conservation and sustainability regulations. The modern crocodile industry does not encourage illegal poaching or uncontrolled exploitation for profit. But instead focuses on regulated farming models that ensure a legal supply while contributing to the protection of wild populations. During processing, crocodile hides are handled using humane methods, with precise skinning techniques to minimize waste. Leather products are sourced only from internationally certified farms, where crocodiles are raised in suitable environments that replicate natural conditions. After harvesting, the hides are cleaned, preserved, and sent to specialized tanneries, where they undergo sustainable processing methods that minimize harmful chemicals, retain natural texture, and ensure high durability standards. Meanwhile, crocodile meat is cleaned and classified for optimal utilization, preventing waste. It is then chilled or flash frozen to maintain freshness. The entire processing chain follows strict hygiene and quality control standards, ensuring that all products meet regulatory requirements before distribution. Beyond commercial purposes, many crocodile farms participate in conservation programs, selecting healthy individuals for release into the wild to help maintain ecological balance. Developing the crocodile industry sustainably not only aids in species conservation, but also ensures responsible resource management, preventing illegal exploitation and protecting ecosystems in the long term. On this planet, there are over 10,000 bird species, but few possess the majestic beauty and captivating allure of the peafowl. With tail feathers spanning several feet, shimmering like a natural masterpiece, peafowl stand as a living testament to nature's wonders. More than just a bird, the peafowl is a symbol of elegance and prestige, deeply woven into art, culture, and history for thousands of years. Yet achieving such breathtaking beauty is a years-long journey, from fragile chicks to the pinnacle of splendor. Green agriculture technology, exploring the magnificent beauty of peafowl. Peafowl originate from South Asia and are primarily found in India, Sri Lanka, and surrounding regions. In Indian culture, the peacock is considered a symbol of beauty, purity, and rebirth. It is closely associated with Hindu mythology and various beliefs, representing elegance, wisdom, and good fortune. In modern times, a rare genetic variation, the white peacock, has emerged, exuding an aura of mystique and symbolizing purity. However, the Indian blue peafowl remains dominant in Asia, with its eye-spotted tail or intricate feather patterns playing a key role in courtship displays. Notably, China is the world's largest breeder of peafowl, raising them for tourism and decorative feathers. Many farms there not only conserve these birds, but also develop rare genetic mutations. As a result, peafowl hold both economic value and a long-standing cultural significance. To raise peafowl effectively, owners must provide ample space. Each adult peafowl requires at least 100 square feet, with a fence about 6 to 7 feet high to prevent them from flying away. Newly hatched peafowl chicks are very weak and require a heat lamp set at 35 degrees Celsius during the first week, gradually decreasing over time. Peafowl have a strong immune system but still require disease prevention through clean enclosures, regular vaccinations, and mineral supplements. At 2 to 3 months old, young peafowl should be gradually introduced to the natural environment to strengthen their immunity. Their initial diet consists of chick feed, boiled eggs, and greens, with rice, corn, and insects gradually introduced as they grow. From 3 to 12 months old, they experience rapid growth and need a spacious, clean enclosure and a nutritious diet rich in grains, worms, and mung beans to support feather development. During adulthood, especially for males, a high-protein diet is essential to support the growth of long, glossy tail feathers. By 12 to 24 months, they reach full maturity, and males begin displaying their tail feathers during the breeding season. The breeding season lasts from March to July, with Pia hens laying an average of 20 to 30 eggs per season. For ornamental or commercial breeding, providing a spacious environment is crucial to allow peafowl to move and fly naturally. Although raising peafowl is a long process, proper care ensures they grow healthy, beautiful, and highly valuable. The habitat should include shelter to protect them from harsh weather and wooden perches for nighttime roosting. In the wild, peafowl perch high to evade predators, so having a roosting place helps them feel secure. The mating season is the most spectacular time for peafowl, as mesmerizing courtship displays begin. Their enchanting dances, shimmering wings, and vibrant movements create a stunning performance to attract a mate. Upon spotting a peahen, the male immediately calls out, fans its magnificent tail, and moves rhythmically to capture her attention. It also vibrates its feathers, creating an alluring shimmering effect. During mating season, the peahen holds the power of choice. While the male flaunts its splendid plumage in mesmerizing displays, it is ultimately the female who makes the final decision. Peahens are drawn not only to the size and brilliant colors of the male's plumage, but also to how he fans his tail, the vibrations of his feathers, and the grace of his movements. Males with longer tails, well-defined eye spots, and strong rhythmic dances showcase their vitality and superior genes. If captivated, the peahen will gradually move closer, silently observing before eventually mirroring the male's movements, a clear sign that she is ready to mate. After mating, the peahen lays 3 to 5 eggs in a shallow ground nest, usually hidden in tall grass or dense bushes. The eggs incubate for 27 to 30 days, during which the mother remains nearby to protect and keep them warm. Upon hatching, peafowl chicks are covered in soft, golden brown down that helps keep them warm and camouflaged. They rely entirely on their mother for protection and food. By the age of 3, they reach full maturity with their magnificent plumage. Becoming capable of reproduction and continuing the life cycle. With proper care, peafowl can live up to 35 years. Unlike other poultry, peafowl are not raised for meat or eggs. Their value lies in their magnificent beauty. Their vibrant feathers are highly sought after in interior decoration, fashion, art, and handicrafts, contributing to a lucrative business with significant economic potential. Many peafowl farms cater to tourism, attracting bird enthusiasts eager to witness these rare birds and their spectacular courtship displays firsthand. Breeders typically keep peafowl for 2 to 3 years before selling them, as this is when they reach maturity and develop their most stunning plumage, maximizing their economic value. Notably, peafowl shed their feathers annually, allowing breeders to collect and sell them without harming the birds. Historically, peafowl meat was once served as a luxury dish at European royal feasts, but this practice has become rare. Today, peafowl are valued for their exceptional beauty and economic potential, making them a promising species for future breeding and conservation. Pythons are giant reptiles that were once closely associated with the dense tropical forests and primal fears embedded deep within human consciousness. However, today they have been domesticated and raised in modern farms spread across the world. Amid increasingly strict wildlife protection regulations, the model of artificial python farming has emerged as a sustainable solution, helping to ease the pressure on natural populations. With the rising demand in the global market, python farming has not only become an important livelihood for many local communities, but is also gradually taking shape as a specialized economic sector. However, the development of this field also raises several issues regarding environmental impact, ethics, and long-term sustainability, requiring strict management and well-planned development strategies from all stakeholders. Green agriculture technology, the global journey of python farming. Behind the graceful and mysterious appearance of this reptile lies a complex production chain connecting farms to global fashion runways. Their natural habitats are mostly humid and dense areas, so when building enclosures for pythons, it is important to recreate similar conditions. The enclosure should be spacious and well ventilated, providing enough room for the python to move freely and perform its natural behaviors. The ambient temperature should be kept stable between 77 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, while maintaining humidity levels between 60% and 80% to support the python's metabolism and facilitate healthy shedding. Additionally, the enclosure should feature hiding spots to create a sense of security and help reduce stress. Natural materials such as wood chips, straw, or decayed logs are ideal choices to closely mimic their natural environment, contributing to a miniature, friendly, and sustainable ecosystem where the python can thrive. Choosing breeding pythons requires considering several criteria, such as healthy appearance, absence of deformities, smooth and glossy skin, active movement, and clear origin. Good breeders typically have well-proportioned bodies, strong appetites, no diseases, and good adaptability to captive environments. During the breeding season, male and female pythons are placed in separate pairing areas. The mating process can last from several hours to several days, depending on the individuals. After successful mating, the male is separated to avoid conflicts or stress that could affect the female's pregnancy. The gestation period lasts around 2 to 3 months. A female python usually lays between 20 to 100 eggs, depending on the species and her physical condition. The eggs must be incubated in a stable temperature and humidity environment, either naturally or through artificial incubation. Python eggs usually take about 60 to 70 days to hatch, although this can vary depending on the species and environmental factors, such as temperature and humidity. As hatching time approaches, baby pythons use a sharp tooth to break through the eggshell and emerge. The entire hatching process can take from several hours to a few days, depending on the number and condition of the eggs. After hatching, the baby pythons are carefully cared for to ensure their survival and healthy growth. Newly hatched pythons are typically independent from the start, able to move and find food on their own. Caregivers must provide an appropriate diet for each stage of development, including small animals such as mice or insects, to help them build muscle and reach optimal size. After a certain period, young pythons can either be separated into individual enclosures or continue living together with adults, depending on the farm's scale and breeding methods. In professional python farming environments, feeding adult pythons is carried out carefully and follows strict safety protocols. Their diet mainly consists of meat sourced from controlled origins and hygienically processed. Adult pythons are typically fed on a regular schedule, with portions adjusted according to their weight and growth needs. Food is placed within the enclosure for the python to approach freely, minimizing stress and maintaining a clean, well-monitored environment. This feeding process not only supports healthy development, but also upholds modern animal welfare standards in farming practices. When pythons reach maturity and achieve optimal size, typically around 2 to 3 years of age depending on the species and care regimen, farmers proceed with selecting individuals for economic harvesting. At this stage, the python's skin reaches its highest quality, characterized by optimal elasticity, thickness, and vivid coloration, meeting the standards of the high-end fashion industry. The entire process is carried out with great care, adhering to humane practices to preserve the quality of the skin and minimize stress for the animals. After harvesting, the python skins undergo technical processing stages such as cleaning, tanning, and professional preservation to maintain their natural beauty and durability. The finished products are then supplied to designers, artisanal workshops, or luxury fashion brands, where they are transformed into items such as handbags, footwear, and belts. This constitutes one of the major economic values contributing significantly to the sustainable development of the modern python farming industry. In addition, python meat can be consumed fresh, frozen, or prepared into specialty dishes such as stir-fried python, herbal stews, or grilled delicacies, popular in some Southeast Asian countries and parts of Africa. Beyond its role as a food source, python meat is also considered a valuable medicinal ingredient in traditional medicine, further enhancing the economic value of this farming model. Besides the meat, python fat is also utilized as a valuable byproduct. After refinement, the fat can be used in traditional medicine to help treat burns, dermatitis, and cracked skin, or as a raw material in certain skincare products due to its natural moisturizing and anti-inflammatory properties. After processing, the python bones are carefully collected and thoroughly cleaned, then either air-dried naturally or dehydrated under controlled conditions. Dried python bones are considered a valuable raw material, often used to produce medicinal extracts that harness beneficial nutrients for health. The process of making python bone extract requires meticulous care and advanced techniques to preserve the maximum amount of collagen and natural nutrients contained in the bones. The final python extract product is widely applied in various traditional healthcare products. China is home to the world's largest salamander species, an ancient creature that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years. With its high value in traditional medicine and gourmet cuisine, this salamander has drawn significant attention. To meet the growing demand, farmers have developed specialized breeding techniques to raise these salamanders on large-scale farms. However, these amphibians have unique requirements, making their cultivation both a challenge and a fascinating endeavor. Green agriculture technology, unveiling the mysteries of the giant salamander. Did you know that the Chinese giant salamander can live up to 100 years and grow over 5 feet in length? However, there are many lesser-known fascinating facts about this species. One of the most interesting aspects of the Chinese giant salamander is its ability to communicate through sound. Although it is a silent predator, it can produce barking, whining, and even crying-like sounds. Interestingly, the Chinese giant salamander is almost completely blind. However, it has an exceptional sense of smell and touch, which helps it navigate and find food without relying on vision. This unique adaptation allows it to survive in its natural environment. To effectively farm Chinese giant salamanders, it is necessary to create a cold, clean water environment that mimics their natural habitat in underground caves and freshwater streams. Farmers must establish a water circulation, oxygenation, and temperature control system to ensure the salamanders grow healthily. Water quality management is the most critical factor in salamander farming. If the water is not clean, the salamanders can become stressed and refuse to eat. Farming tanks are designed with smooth, sloped bottoms to prevent injury. The tanks are also divided into sections based on the age and size of the salamanders. During the breeding season, farmers carefully regulate temperature and water conditions to stimulate the mating process. After mating for about 2 to 3 days, the female salamander lays eggs in crevices or safe natural shelters. At this stage, farmers collect the eggs after they are laid and incubate them in specialized tanks to ensure a high survival rate. After about 30 to 40 days, when the larvae hatch, they go through the first few weeks under continuous care from farmers to ensure healthy development. Once they grow large enough, the larvae are transferred to larger enclosures to continue maturing until adulthood. What do these creatures eat? Unlike traditional livestock, salamanders are carnivorous, so their diet must be protein-rich. Farmers feed them small fish, worms, and specialized feed pellets to support their growth. It is crucial to monitor the amount of food each salamander consumes. Any leftover food is removed to maintain cleanliness, prevent water contamination, and avoid diseases. The Chinese giant salamander can grow up to 6 feet in length and weigh over 66 pounds when raised in an optimal environment. With controlled conditions and a proper diet, they can grow rapidly and reach impressive sizes, much larger than their wild counterparts. After reaching the standard size, salamanders will be harvested under a strict control process and distributed to licensed entities, including research facilities, specialized restaurants, and conservation programs. In China, large-scale salamander farming is increasingly developing to meet market demand within the framework of legal regulations. Salamander meat has long been a part of traditional cuisine and is used in certain specialty dishes. Many believe it has high nutritional value and is often prepared for important occasions. Popular salamander dishes include soups and stews, which make the meat tender and easy to enjoy. In some regions, herbs and spices are added to create a distinctive flavor, depending on local customs.